So guys, we've just dug in this nice old holly stump there with a nice few little branches on top, perfect for the kestrel to land on. And there, another perch and a one just lower down. And what I've done is I've just fixed it in there, got a pinch bar in, dug a bit of a hole, stuck it in, bang that support in next to it, nice and sturdy there. And that's going to be absolutely ideal for kestrel to land on. Well, let's hope so anyway. Back into the truck, let the kestrels come back, and we'll see what happens. So hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've decided to head out for possible merlin and for our resident kestrels. Now recently I've been out on the nature reserve and the kestrel numbers seem to have gone through the roof for quite a declining species here in the UK. I saw at least 10 out on my local patch on the coast. I've seen 6 up on the reserve. I'm down the bottom end of the reserve and there's at least another 3 down here, and there's also a merlin. And I've got this nice little place down here right in a corner on the reserve, and it's just been kestrel central here. And just actually, as I'm saying it now, kestrel's just gone over the road onto the other side of the reserve. At the moment the kestrels are pretty much perching on the fence post with the barbed wire, and as much as they're getting some really nice close shots of them, it's not the best post for them to sit on. That sort of picturise the aesthetics of wire and a man-made post. So I have had the permission of the reserve manager to put it up. It's not too ugly, it's only one and it's not particularly big, so I've stuck that up in the ground, packed it around with some stones and a bit of mud, and hopefully that'll weather nicely and that'll be used for a perch for the birds. Really, it's nice, it's in among the heath there, and hopefully they'll take to that. But I've just had the kestrel in already, right in front here, literally probably at sort of these posts right in front here, just along. The kestrel was just literally just along there. This is a really busy road here. This is a main road that runs right up through the reserve, and a lot of cyclists, runners, motorbikes, cars, you know, screaming up and down the road there. And the kestrels are quite habituated to people moving around. So I'm here, and it was literally, it must have been 15 foot, I would say. Yeah, quite happily just stuck right in front of me. Unfortunately, the camera didn't focus quick enough and I missed a really close shot, but still, it's great to see, and gonna stay here for 5-6 hours and see what happens. So literally been here 10 minutes and the merlin's already landed, but quite a way up the fence line. I'm hoping it's going to move its way down. It's sitting pretty tight at the top at the moment. It's lovely. I think it's a male, and I've always wanted to photograph a male. I've got 2 kestrels in here buzzing around as well. I'm hoping the merlin's going to make its way down the bottom here. As much as I could probably creep up the road now and get a few shots, it's a main road, lots of traffic, and it's not really the safe thing to do. So I'm just going to bide my time, hopefully, and it'll come along here, do a bit of a flyby, and maybe we'll get a couple shots in the bag. But you can tell merlin straight away, very quick, very low, absolutely fantastic bird. I think this possibly could be the second one I've seen this year. Amazing. Well, fingers crossed we'll get a nice shot of one. I really do hope it's quite a way off. I've just taken a picture of it then on my camera, but it literally is so far away. Yep, merlin's gone. What a magnificent bird though. Well, it's absolutely incredible. It's literally just been flying around hunting off the post right in front of me, like I said, about 15-20 foot away. It's obscene. I've got a bit of a mesh in front here, bit of scrim in front just to mask me a little bit, but I don't even think I need it. I've never been this close to a kestrel before, and this female's an absolute stunner. There's another one around, and the merlin was further up, and I'm really hoping that merlin's going to come back down. I've got some nice 4K slow-mo and 60. It was almost too close for the camera. Literally, I've got the 1.4 telly on, so getting a little bit more focal length, but I don't think I really need it. I mean, it's literally just there. I mean, you could do it with an iPhone. Insane. What a great little bird, and such detailed pictures. I've switched back to the R3 now. I've given the R7 quite a bit of a test over the last week or two, and decided to get back to this one. And honestly, moving back to this, as much as I love the R7, It's a great camera. It's just not a patch on the R3, and it's not going to be, but yeah, amazing tool this is, really is. Anyway, hopefully back to the Merlin and Kestrel, hopefully. As the day pushes on, hopefully that Merlin might come back. But I've still got like 3 or 4 hours here. I'm right on the road here as well, so, you know, cars up and down all the time. But Kestrel's just sitting there, not bothered. Yeah, fantastic. Over the moon, really, with seeing this Kestrel up close. It is not bothered by me at all. Totally habituated to people, really, along here. I mean, well, I've never done this before, I do not know. But I think I see that Merlin coming again, just low over the heath, so back to it. So the wind today, guys, is about 35, 40 gusting. So it's pretty cheeky, this wind. Doesn't seem to be bothering the birds whatsoever. The Kestrel's just down about, I would say about 50 foot away from me at the moment, just into wind, just sitting on the fence post. Not gone on the new perch yet, and I don't expect them to necessarily, but I've been getting it diving in amongst the heather here, and I'm shooting through a barbed wire fence at the minute, and it's managing to ignore that. And I've actually got a nice few shots of it in amongst the heather there, which is lovely. I think it's just catching small insects, dragonflies that are obviously not airborne today because of the fact that it's too I just knocked fast enough over. This is great fun. It was just hovering above the fence there, just missed it, too far over, couldn't get to see it. Such a great little bird. It's just not bothered about me whatsoever. It's just going about its business. Oh, amazing, absolutely amazing. Be great if that Merlin turned up, it really would. I'd love a good shot, and it looked like a male. Stunning. I've just been doing an article for, or I'd done it earlier in the year, for a well-known national magazine here in the UK on Merlins and Merlin photography. And they haven't printed it yet, but hopefully printing it at some point this year, if not early part next year. And so far I've got some nice shots of juvenile, got some nice shots of female, but I've still yet to get that male shot. So I'm still trying to work on it now before they print it to get at least a nice male shot in the bag, so I can have then the juvenile, the female and the male. But it's no easy task. You know, these birds don't necessarily breed here in Cornwall. If they do, they're very few. So it's a bit of a needle in a haystack job, but we're going to keep trying, and hopefully we'll get some luck, hopefully, and we'll get that cracking male Merlin shot, all being well. It's literally where the lens is, and there are the posts, and it's right, oh, it's coming again, it's coming again. Wow. So it's been an hour or so now, and I've still not seen the sign of the Merlin yet, after that initial one further up on the post. But they are so small, so quick, and yeah, it's a bit of a... It's nice to see it. I got a shot, but it's so far away, but you can make out it's a Merlin. And we've got loads and loads of horses now coming bombing over this way. Wow, they're absolutely pegging it over here. God. Lovely to see them out on the heath here. And we've got a bit of sunshine now, which is lovely. So it's nice to be back with the R3 now. You know, the R7, great camera. You know, really do like it as a second body. But I do miss this R3 really. You know, the AF is better, but not by a huge amount, but it just, every time that I've got the post out there at the moment, and it just locks in on it straight away, no fuss. Whereas the R7 sometimes is a bit fussy with the background and it starts to hunt a little bit. Once it acquires it, it's fine. And I've got it on similar AF settings. So focus on subject priority, ignoring possible obstacles. So setting 2, and I've got it on, I switch it between auto on the R3 as well. But just the speed of it, you're not worried about the buffer because you ain't going to fill it up. I can just fire away all day long, and it just keeps on coming, which is great. So with the R7, I'm obviously conscious of getting lockout and slightly missing that shot. So with this, I just machine gun away, and it's, you know, I'm going to worry about missing anything. And already I've got some nice shots of it in the heather there, which is a lot better than it sitting on a barbed wire fence. Saying that though, it's so nice to get so close, and I've never ever been that close to a Kestrel before. I mean, it's daft. You don't get that close to on the Bird of Prey Centre. Yeah, amazing. God, if I can get a shot of Merlin that close, I'd be well happy. Absolutely over the moon. So the Kestrel's been back in again, right in front of me, but I think I probably got enough pictures of the Kestrel on a post, and I never thought I'd actually say that. Sitting on a post is beautiful and it's some nice portrait shots, but I think I better just put the camera down for a minute and just see if we can get some more action shots, maybe when it's going into the heath, hunting, maybe in a few in flight. But yeah, to say I'm going to put the camera down when I got a Kestrel right in front of me, man, that's something I never thought I'd say, but it really has been in. I've already taken 300 pictures today, and I haven't been here that long, so sometimes it's nice, and I always say it, and I do mean it, that it's nice just to sit, and when it comes in again, I can just sit and watch it with my own eyes, rather than sticking my eye behind the eyepiece and just firing away the shutter speed till no tomorrow. So it's nice actually just to give it a bit of attention. It's not bothered by me at all, so happy days. A very obliging Kestrel. He's literally right in here again. Amazing. What a cracking bird. Kestrel's always been my nemesis, and now I'm like this close. Fantastic birds. I mean, I don't know if you can see on the GoPro through the window. There's the post. I don't know if you can see it. Amazingly close. Wonderful bird. Well guys, I've been here about 4 hours and I've had the best time with this Kestrel. Absolutely fantastic. It's been feeding around in front of me. I've got some absolutely cracking shots today that I'm so pleased with. And what I wanted was to get away from shots on the post and concentrate a bit more on shots within the environment, in the heather, in amongst the heath. And I've managed to achieve that today. It's been catching an awful lot of caterpillars and all manner of colours of caterpillars. So brilliant. Absolutely blown away. Saw the Merlin twice at distance, and I'm not sure whether the Merlin's going to come in here because there's actually 2 Kestrels hunting in there quite regularly. So I'm thinking maybe that Merlin's going to steer clear of their patch. But, you know, God, I mean, the R3's been working overtime today, and I don't usually put the battery as low as I have today, but it's been going like the clappers. I've been doing some video as well. But really fantastic. And it's been using my post I put up. Can't believe it. 2 hours in, the post's there, boom, straight away. And you'll see some of the shots as well of the Kestrel going to and fro the post, or the branch, should I say. Absolutely fantastic. I made up. There's not an awful lot of you know, getting out and doing much today, but sometimes it's nice just to sit here. The weather, it's in between a few showers, bit of sunshine. It's nice just to sit here. Birds quite comfortably hunting, no disturbance. A lot of noise with the cars, unfortunately, but hey, can't be helped. But yeah, cracking. It's now about 5 o'clock, so I've only got an hour or so left, but I'm going to hold out, maybe get that Merlin shot. So guys, another great thing, as we've said before many a time, is hides are fantastic. They have their place. They blow around a bit, especially today with the wind being 40 gusting. It'd make a hell of a racket, but vehicles, Land Rover, car, whatever, brilliant. That Kestrel is not bothered at all. If I was to be out of the vehicle, stood where I was stood, there's no chance that Kestrel would stay there. So it just goes to show vehicles are brilliant hides. They're used to people up and down here, cyclists, all sorts. Cyclists have gone past, and the Kestrel's been a little bit twitchy of them, but you know, ordinarily I'd never get this close to a Kestrel. It's just fantastic, and I'm really chuffed about the post that they've, you know, both Kestrels have both used that post. It took them a while to get used to it. Straight on there, job done. You know, it's great. It's great location as well. With a nice backdrop. I've got the horses in behind as well, which kind of adds to a little bit of an effect. But yeah, another good thing there, just where you can, vehicles, and where practical, parking and stuff like that, as long as you're not hindering anybody's way, you know, it's they're great, and it's nice and comfortable. If it rains, yeah, happy days. Yeah, chuffed to bits. So guys, that pretty much concludes the session today. I've been in the vehicle for about 5 hours now, and I've had a fantastic time. Kestrel action non-stop, bit of behaviour between the two Kestrels, a lot of hunting, got some lovely shots. I'm really pleased. It's nice and easy, nice and chilled out, beautiful view across. So I've seen the Merlin, the Kestrels, and that's pretty much it. But they've been hunting in this area in here all around me for most of the afternoon, and it's been fantastic. You know, I really have had a great day, and it's great to be back using the R3 again, with the light changing from sort of quite bright to quite dark, shooting quite high, so at very high shutter speeds, 1/3200th of a second. You know, it's pretty high, and it's been great with the ISO range, been pushing up to about 4000 to 6000. So yeah, fantastic. But gonna head home now for my tea. Rain's coming in, wind's picking up, so I think I'm gonna call it a day there. But as always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.